Strong work on the defense here for Lewis Long. Stevie Ray on the back of the Welshman.
Against the body triangle, he's kind of off center line though, but he's pulling this rear naked choke option back onto his plate here. These are big shots by Lou Long.
This is the Scottish Twister! The Scottish Twister attempts again! And he'll put his left foot inside the right leg, the instep inside the right knee of Lewis Long. And then he grips that shoulder and he squeezes tight. Opposing forces twisting the hips the wrong way. A signature submission pioneered by that man. Another look at it here from overhead. Isolating the hips and the tight squeeze. Now look at this. You don't see it. Oh, a guillotine attempt.
He's got a good one too. It's tight. It's very tight.
Very tight attempt here from Magomed. Okay, there's the tap! Maga millions! Submission victory in round 3. Maga chases him down, scoops up that guillotine choke. You see the bend in the neck, taking away the posture, getting a lot of leverage on that neck, squeezes, and that's all she wrote for Sada Busi.
Now, are you feeling comfortable? You gotta relax. Just take your position and position yourself and hit her again. Come on. Come on, you gotta hit her. Now she's getting
Chaos coming out the back door. Watch the armbar.
Big armbar, and Dion taps! Larissa Pacheco with a first round armbar finish. 6 points for Larissa Pacheco.
Get her head up, land big shots when she needed to, and Bobby Joe tries to turn, but Larissa Pacheco catches that arm, and right away she sinks that armbar. You see Bobby Joe tap beneath that submission, and Pacheco gets herself 6 points and a guaranteed spot in the playoff. Beautiful quick 6 by Larissa Pacheco.
It looks as though he's setting him up for an slot as well.
Arm triangle. This looks deep.
And a tight squeeze here from Vadim Nemkov, who's fully mounted.
He's off to the side now. He's chucked with his knee.
He's got that. With a heavyweight debut and submission victory.
Wow, what an impressive performance. But when he passes, he goes straight to mount. He gets that arm triangle sunk in, and you can see him just tweaking this position, making sure he's got it, and as soon as he's comfortable, he swips that leg off to the side, he chucks the knee under the hips, and there you can see the tight squeeze where Capoloza's got nowhere to go.
What a great shot there. This is the ref cam, so we're seeing an upper handed view. Guys, when I told you that I spoke with Bruno, and he told me his game plan A and B, first stop the takedown, second scramble up from the bottom.
And Eve, this is what you wanted to see Almeida do. Feet on the hips, pushing away. Gilpin buys himself some space and gets back up.
Yes, and I wanted to see Almeida do that so that we can see him do exactly what Gilpin just did, getting back to his feet. Now Gilpin's looking for this.
He's got a tight choke in,
and that's deep.
Gilpin's got a deep choke in. Squeeze
so slick from here.
Sends out the He's after Harrison's out. Alex Gilpin chokes out. Ready the ball. Submission victory for Alex Gilpin.
I mean, look at what Alex Gilpin is doing. He's got that left arm, that right arm underneath Andre Harrison's chin, and he's going to take this left arm and wrap it up just like a rear naked choke. So play the video. As Andre Harrison, his head drops. There it is. He wraps that arm up over the top, just like a rear naked choke. And Harrison is in a lot of trouble here. Harrison, freeze the video for 1 second. Right here, Harrison is trying to roll his body all the way over to spin himself out of this choke. But wait, play the video. Gilpin's just going to hold on and squeeze. The way to get out, that's the only opportunity he has. But Gilpin's squeeze is too tight, and Harrison has nowhere to go. Gilpin just follows him back to his belly. Harrison goes to sleep. He never has an opportunity to tap. Beautiful setup with that ninja choke and beautiful finish. Now she's gonna see if Kayla's
Harris is looking to transition to an armbar here. Watch the armbar transition coming here. She's going to step over the head and start to move to the armbar right here. Here it comes. She's going to force Elkin to have to roll over. Even if she's got to grab her ankle and force her to roll over. But she's got the arm trapped. Elkin's showing some jiu-jitsu IQ here.
Yeah,
she's not following. Here's the roll, and here's the armbar attempt.
And judo girls are very good at pulling this off.
Harrison lives right here. Nice job, calm, composed, working it. Here it is, there it is.
Tap, and it's over. Kayla Harrison, golden in her debut.
Beautiful technique.
We've seen all day. I think she's been a little keyed up. She isolated herself a little bit right before the fight, didn't want anybody in the locker room, didn't want to kind of give anybody access. I think she had to get her coach and her mind right.
Nice scramble here by Price. Can he get out the back door? He does.
Beautiful escape there by Miles Price, who now gets on top and
Triangle choke. Pettis is trying to lock up this triangle.
Anthony has seemed to be a step ahead, and here he is almost locking up a triangle submission here.
The beauty of kinetic chess.
Yeah.
Reaching over and squeezing his knees together, trying to force that left shoulder of Miles Price into his own carotid.
Now he's
really
tight.
And he's got the arm passed across his body. Sweeps
Top side now.
And there's the jab. Anthony Showtime Pettis. 6-point submission victory. Good enough for first place in the lightweight standings.
That is a man who wanted to make a statement tonight.
So he scrambles out and he gets on top, and then this happens.
Yeah, that triangle, man. Everybody knows my triangles are dangerous. You know, I'm always looking for that triangle. Once I got the mount, I knew it was over. I tried to secure that second arm for an arm bar. Man, big up to Miles, man. He had to fight a tough first guy on his first fight in the PFL. He's had a three-year layoff. He'll be back.
Now a front headlock there from Chris Wade. Let's see if he can get a front choke. He's got
He's got the front choke. He's got it tight.
It's very
Elbows
tight.
high.
He's gonna put him to sleep.
He's got it very tight.
Big trouble here.
Still with us?
Chris Wade squeezed
He's out.
He's out.
Choked him
6
unconscious.
points for Chris Wade. He keeps the playoff hopes alive.
What a performance. Chris Wade, very well known for his front chokes, and he gets it done in the form of a high elbow guillotine. Once you lock that in, Sean, it is almost impossible to get out. Was that front headlock that eventually turned into that high elbow guillotine. There it is, slides in that wrist. You see that fist in front of that right shoulder of Kudo, gets right on top. Kudo, so tough. And that was locked in, guys. I mean, he was not gonna tap, he was fighting to get out of it. Chris Wade was holding on for dear life, and man, what a submission. I'm still trying to shake out the chills in my body.
Well, the way that Chris Wade's hips and legs were involved here until Kudo rolled over onto his back, I mean, that is just
It
wrapped
looked like
him
he
up
might
like
get
a
an
pretzel.
escape, but that far side leg of Chris Wade was locked in and bind in.
Get that instep all the way behind his knee. You see him switch back and forth between the triangle attack and the arm bar to give Popov a couple of things to think about. Popov not trying to
Paul right there.
Oh, he's able to get that.
Cinched.
Closes the legs. Dennis Goltsov getting stacked up by Oleg Popov under pressure. This is tight.
Popov is out.
Dennis Goltsov walks Oleg Popov unconscious for a championship.
Wrist in a snatch single. Head outside. Turns the corner. And dumps Dennis Goltsov right on his backside. Goltsov has the butterfly in on one side. And see if he's at the hips. Almost got that locked in. He's got the angle with his hips down, and the referee's checking to make sure Popov's still awake.
That's a superb finish there. I just need to draw everyone's attention to the fact Goltsov made a real point of getting his gloves off at the end of that fight. He may feel like he's achieved what he set out to achieve in his career with that finish. We'll see what it means for Dennis Goltsov.
Yeah, not a good position for Brett Cooper here. Watch for Rory to start to posture up, land big shots. And Cooper's got to watch out for the arm lock as well. He decides to turn to his back. Oh no, right back to ground and pound goes Rory McDonald.
Big left hands coming down, and Brett Cooper rolling. Just covering up is not often considered intelligent defense. Gives up his back now. Rory threatening with the choke. He's got it under the chin. He switches it. Locked in, squeezing. And there's the tap. Rory McDonald with a quick 6 points in his first regular season bout of 2022.
Back position, got him locked in with a body triangle, secures and locks in the rear naked choke. Brett Cooper has no opportunity but to tap. Again, here's the full mount position, nice high mount. Cooper tries to get out, turns his back. Donald rolls with him, gets it under the chin, locks it in, applies the hips and the squeeze. Tough to get out of it from that position.
Looking to scream on it.
She's got it! Falls under the chin!
Beautiful look.
American choke!
Victory for Dakota Digital! What a statement!
A rear naked choke from the Thai boxer. There it is, great movement, great position of her legs as well to make sure she's not getting tangled up. She sinks it in with no hooks, just drives the hips in and then the hook goes in the top hook. Beautiful finish, and now we can see the emotion coming out of Dakota, the pressure that she was carrying into the cage tonight.
Look at the way Hermansson's arm is trapped behind her back. No chance!
I was just going to say that she beautifully isolated the arm from Hermansson, so she could only fight back with one arm, and fighting a rear naked choke with only one arm, it's a very tough task, but scary thought for every single flyweight on the planet that a striker like her is showing so much development in her ground game.
Sure did. That was solid.
Oh, it's a takedown. Right hand and a shot for Antonio Carlos Jr.
Front choke. Darce. He's got it up tight.
That's tight.
That's very tight.
Squeeze is tight. Wow. 28 seconds into the first round. Shoe face once again.
Wow.
And here comes a big right hand.
Oh. That right hand was solid.
Yeah, that hurt him, Randy.
Stunned him.
That was a flash knockout.
Right to the Darce choke.
Wow. I mean, he's not messing around. High-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Listen, he's always been world-class with his Jiu-Jitsu, but over the last couple of years, he really has turned into a true submission dynamo. Wow.
Vinny working all the way around from north-south to the other side of Rakim Cleveland.
He's in a crucifix position, but he's not looking for that. He's looking for the submission. Look for the arm bar here. He's going to transition all the way around to that far arm. Trying to pull it out. There's the
There's that Kimura out to an arm bar.
There's the tap.
The tap. Vinny Magalhães with a submission clinic. Back to his winning ways. 6 points and a first-round arm bar finish for Vinny Magalhães.
He got the takedown until he made that transition to the far side. He was trying to get the Kimura at first and then switch to the arm bar.
Quick tap in from Rakim Cleveland. Once you let Vinny Magalhães get one of your limbs by itself, you might as well hand the dang thing over.
Yeah, he's going to take it home with him if he wants.
Beautiful, Stevie!
Inside Stevie Ray's corner.
There it is.
Nice job by Pettis.
Oh, he still has that body triangle, though. That is wrenching the back of Anthony Pettis. You see Anthony really wincing there. That left foot is putting a lot of torque on the back of the spine of
Gonna have to
Pettis.
come back.
See it, he can submit him.
Oh, there's a tap! The twister! Stevie Ray gets the finish and secures himself a playoff spot! Walk me through this, Kenny, because I've never seen it.
Yeah, well, here's the body triangle. You see that left leg is on the inside of Anthony Pettis' legs. As he turns, this is where the problem lies. So you see him try to slip out. And as Anthony Pettis gets on top, you see the left foot. It's still torquing the ribs and spine. You see Anthony Pettis wincing in pain. Anthony Pettis can't complete that torque. He can't get up all the way on top because his hips are being prevented by that inside hook by Stevie Ray. So his back is able to turn, but his hips can't complete the turn. His hips are going one way, his back is going the other. That's never a good thing.
And Stevie Ray reaches around, squeezes.
Front choke. Got an arm in guillotine.
Very tight here.
Sinking it up. That's locked on very tight.
He switched the grip to this anaconda.
The anaconda from the cover. There's the tap.
Magomed Ubulatov in the first round. And clinches a playoff spot.
Here you see the body lock. Using the horsepower. Takes Brennan over his hips and back to the mat. Slides into the half guard position. Here you see locked on. Kicks him over the top and watch him cinch. He cinches to the bicep, and that is a very, very tight anaconda choke. Walking those hips in to apply the pressure to the neck, and you see the tap there. Again, you see the adjustments made. Kicks him over the top, slides into the bicep and cinches the anaconda. Now he starts to walk his hips in to apply that pressure to the neck. Very, very slick anaconda choke by Magomed Ubulatov. Again, cinches it up, walks the hips in to apply the pressure to the carotids, and there's the tap. The hips come in, pressure nowhere to go.
Always scrambling here, but look at that clamp on the legs of Simeon Powell. Now looks for a gift wrap into an arm triangle. Beautiful work.
He's got enough time.
Can he get it? Can he get it?
That's tight. I mean, he's going to sit it out. He's going to make it till the end of the round.
Round 3 survived. Technical submission. A technical submission for Simeon Powell.
What a finish from Simeon Powell.
Wow.
Listen to the bell. If you go back 1 second before that, the eyes roll back.
She has her legs in position, isolating the torso of Leibrock. Leibrock's gonna have to push that knee off of Makhnakina with her left hand. See if she can push her knee in and get her head on the inside of those legs. Extended.
And a tap! Marina Makhnakina advances to the championshut bout.
To try and tie her up and get out of it, but just couldn't at the end of the day get out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the signature moves in Sambo. That's why she's a 7-time world champion in that sport.
Drag back into the ring. He's got it.
He's got it. He squeezes at the tap. Rafael Stotts with the submission victory.
Very slick, very quick transition there. That was beautiful.
That was very, very slick. Adds a few good shots, finds himself covering the hips. Liao postures up and straight away Stotts drags him back, throws the hooks in. The arm goes under the neck at the same time. Let's take a look at this again. We're going to see Stotts drag him back over here. Beautiful work. Arm goes straight in. Hooks are in. Deep. What a lovely clamp on the neck. There was no escaping that.
Very deep.
Got a guillotine locked in. Leg attack here from Skakidze. 50-50. Got the angle and position.
He's got the knee line controlled. He's got his legs triangled. She's obviously giving this the respect it deserves. You can see that control of the wrist of Skakidze. She's up trying to slow this position down so he can clear the knees and get himself free of this very, very dangerous position.
Now that leg is all by itself. Skakidze's trying to go for the inside heel hook here. Beautiful. Daniela Skakidze with the submission victory.
Here we see that he's got both legs and Chizov's trying to roll, and that brings this heel in position to Skakidze to lock him up, and with the kind of physical strength Skakidze has, you don't need to do a lot, and you don't need to make a big movement when you have a heel hook like that to do a ton of damage with the knee, especially. Beautiful submission there by Skakidze.
He needs to keep stripping that leg from in front of him. You can see that there's a leg across the arm.
He's twisting. Then he's got it and is twisting hard. Fortune.
He may have it.
Not tapping, but he's showing a grimace on the face.
He's got to clear the knee line. He's got to clear the knee line here.
Sergey Belisteny attacking.
You see the pain on Fortune's face.
Fortune refusing to tap.
He's got to roll.
But grimacing, crying out in pain here.
He can clear the knee, there's space here. He can clear that knee and step over his opponent.
Belisteny hearing the screams, looking for the referee. And you can verbally tap in an MMA fight.
It's going to be a verbal submission.
You call the verbal tap.
Jason Herzog warned Tyrell Fortune not to cry out in pain. It would be a verbal submission, and he did so again. Belisteny with a submission in the first round.
Belisteny's going to pitch him up with his butterfly hooks. He's going to focus on this ankle here. Now this twisting through the knee is what's really doing the damage. It's tearing the ligaments apart. You've got one bone here and then you've got two bones attached, and these ligaments here at the side are being twisted. They're being ripped apart in this process. It's a beautiful submission if you can get it. It's so difficult to get. Look at the pain. Look at the pain. That's what tells me that the damage was already done on the first crank. It might even be a pre-existing condition, and he is working on that heel. And you can see Jason Herzog giving him a good look. He said, look, if you cry out in pain, it's a verbal submission. I have to call an end to the fight to protect you. And that's exactly what happened.
Because Kush was punching.
Oh! And he caught him.
Right uppercut by Pablo Kush. Caught Nurmagomedov on the chin and set him on his butt. Kush has turned it up. He's on him. He smells the Nurmagomedov might be hurt a little bit.
Yep.
He's got one hook in. He's anchored on the back.
19 submission
Pablo
victories
Kush
he has.
trying to get the other.
Oh, he's got it.
It's deep. It is deep.
He's got both hooks now under the chin. There's the tap.
Wow! What a turnaround!
He got one hook.
Look at this.
Was patient.
Oh, right on the beard.
Was patient. Took his time securing the second hook and get deep in the neck of Abubakar Nurmagomedov.
Once it was in, Kush is so strong, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, 20 submission victories now with this guy. He never went to a decision. That's insane.
He's in deep trouble here.
Kelvin Tiller cranking on the
got
arm.
a nice, good bite on that leg now.
Mo Muscle not willing to tap, and that arm is bending like crazy.
This is deep.
He's almost out.
Tiller should let him go.
There he's out.
But he's going to
Use it to sweep, though. He's got to roll with it.
Got to go all the way over.
And it's on.
Now he's on top. It's still on.
He's waiting to tap. He's waiting to tap. The ref is on the wrong side. He can't see that arm.
Repositioning himself as the referee.
There's the tap. There's the tap. There's the tap.
Kelvin Tiller has the arm cranked right here. Muhammad Dariz knows he has to clear that right leg to relieve that pressure. He's pushing down on Tiller's leg, trying to extract his right leg so that he can roll. And when he finally does get it out, Tiller uses that to tip him over and get on top and follow him and keep cranking that Kimura, pushing that wrist behind the head. And here it comes. He's cranking. Muhammad Dariz tries to relieve the pressure. Tiller just follows him to the top, traps his head between his legs, and then Tiller steps over himself because Dariz is a pretty strong man, and when Tiller steps that right leg over, it's just too much. It's Tiller's entire body against Dariz's left arm, and there's nobody strong enough to defend against that.
Worth noting that Ray Cooper knocking out all four of his opponents this year, and Nurmagomedov has never been knocked out. Look at this. He jumps into it.
Jumped down.
It is all over. Wow. Magomed Karamov with the upset over Ray Cooper.
One mistake. That's all he needs.
There's a reason why Moran has never tasted defeat in his mixed martial arts career.
There's the rear naked choke.
There it is. Here's a squeeze.
Got the short choke.
Got a strange angle. A very strange angle.
Trying to peel that arm off the neck. See if he can get his back down to the mat flat. There's a tap. And a first round finish for Moran.
That's a good point. And as soon as this short choke was sunk in here, you can see him doing everything he can to escape, but Ramazanov knew that he had that. You can see he's got the palms together, pulled over the back of Laureano's throw up on his shoulder,
He's squeezing the life out of him right now. He knows he's got this choke, so he's not holding back on his energy here.
Final 30 seconds, make it 20. Loser is eliminated from the playoffs.
Armbar attempt.
Can Carmouche get the extension?
She got it!
She tapped. Wow.
In the third round, Liz Carmouche.
Holy moly.
The final seconds. What a submission.
Wow.
Here's the armbar. Watanabe tries to pick her up to get out. She's got it tight. There's the extension on the pop and the tap. Made up trying to slide on the side. He's got it. It's cinched.
Squeeze.
Yeah, he's going to finish this.
Very tight. Very tight.
Oxtolis might go out. He's out. Unconscious. Omari Akhmedov. Submission victory in the second round for 5 points and clinches himself a spot in the light heavyweight playoffs.
Climbs to mount, has the arm triangle, gets off the mount to get to a better position to apply pressure to those carotid arteries. And Oxtulis doesn't tap, he goes to sleep. There it is, tight, you can see the squeeze, and there you see the fade. The tunnel closes.
Look for a Kimura attack.
Slide around. He's fishing.
Switch to an armbar here. Oh, there it is.
Oh my.
There's the tap.
Vinny Muggle, yes. Mr. Efficiency.
There we go. See, he immediately starts working on that arm. Grabs the wrist. Goes
Isolates it. Now he's got it locked. Now he traps the head. Nice high ride. And there's the crank.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of power coming at you. Technique and power. What a combination.
Love it. Right there, that makes me want to get Tommy John surgery. Oh, Vinny just cranking on that right arm of the Russian.
Makes me happy I'm not fighting anymore.
Right? Look at this.
Look at that.
And the referee, Mike Beltran, he knew it was coming. Look how quickly he got in there. Saw the tap.
Oh, that's so smart. He slid the hand over. Many guys make a mistake by bringing it over too wide so they can straighten the arm and get out. He did it perfect. Kept the hand contact with his body.
Kept that circle tight
Oh,
instead of
love it.
stretching it out.
Transitions so quickly into the submissions.
Let's take a look at this finish. You can see that the neck is under. He's got the neck here. And as he spins and takes his back, both hooks go inside. Beautiful work here. Controlling the body. Look at the legs cross here. Control. Gets the tap. Very, very nice work by Nate Kelly. What relief, what elation he must be feeling. Look how he hops over. Slips the hook in straight away. 2 hooks in, strangle on the neck, wraps around. Real good squeeze here. You can see Sullivan's trying to bite down on his mouth guard, but there's nothing he could do. The arm was buried, the hands were hidden behind the back. Taken against the tap.
Bicycle kicks here from Giovanni.
Nice pressure by Santos. Right back to the takedown.
Very nice. It's got to be psychologically disheartening to get put right back down there.
In wrestling, that was the way we mentally broke you.
Yeah,
Right when you thought you got up, we take you right back down. You do all that work to get back to your feet, and now you're right back in position.
She slapped on the rear naked choke quickly and squeezes it out for a 6-point finish.
And now look, before we can even say it, she had it locked in, and you can see her squeezing and breathing because you know she wanted that finish.
You can see it's physically very strong in this position. Josh Reed trying to destabilize his base as he
That's deep already. This is already so deep. Josh Reed feeling the squeeze of Ibrahimov. There's a tap. Less than a minute. Ibra still undefeated.
isolated. Can you freeze it there for me, guys? Now you can see he's isolated this head and arm there. The pressure is going to come. What we're looking at is this little space here. That drive down is going to squeeze that space away. And in that little circle is the carotid artery, which is where Ibra is going to squeeze the shoulder of Josh Reed into his own neck. Look at that. He circles around. He's driving in. The force is going straight through the shoulder. And Josh Reed is trying to breathe here, but this head and arm is wrapped up. There's nothing you can do about that. That is a beautiful setup. A path that's clearly been drilled over and over again for Ibragimov.
Hackett is right in front of her own corner, able to hear every bit of advice as Kai Bennett hanging on, surviving the onslaught.
Yeah, Bennett showing a lot of toughness here. She's eaten a lot of shots, been in some tough positions now. Now Hackett trying to lift the chin. She's underneath.
She's got it tight.
There's the tap. Chelsea Hackett, submission win in her PFL debut.
Here's where she lifted up that chin, was able to get underneath. Beautiful job there by Chelsea Hackett. She may have that Muay Thai background, but she looked like a grappler in this fight. Here's that finish. Wasn't able to get that left hand behind the head, but it didn't matter. The choke was strong enough to get the job done. What a performance from Hackett, taking out a very tough Kai Bennett.
Been very, very busy tonight. When it's all said and done, they've cornered 5 fighters, I believe. Good right hand from Ewan.
It's unusual. You see somebody land those kind of punches and really seem to hurt their opponent with it. Oh, he's got that vice grip. Can he finish this Darce choke? That looks like it's locked up. It's going to be difficult. Oh, he's tapped. He's
tap on the back. What chokes you see Shitatu for his second submission victory. And immediately gripping his own bicep, pulls the squeeze. Shitatu wants none of it. Taps almost instantly.
Now she's pushing down that leg, now going into quarter mount.
There it is, full mount for Aspen Ladd with 30 seconds to work. Sobek is still hanging on her head, trying to create a stalemate.
There's an armbar attempt coming. No, she thought twice about that.
Now
Here
she's
it
going
is.
for it. She can finish this. Wow. 14 seconds to go.
Look at the drama here as Elena Kolesnik is just rooting for this armbar not to be finished. Sobek rolls towards.
There it is.
Taps. Oh! Aspen Ladd with the Fab 5 finish and clinches her playoff spot.
All right, here's Aspen Ladd in the mount. Finally gets the angle on the arm. She throws her right leg over the head. She's controlling the head. She's controlling the body. And here's where she starts to attack the end of the lever. So she starts to pry the hands. They're clasped together. She starts pulling out on the wrist. Finally able to separate that. And that was what allowed her to get that arm bar and get the leverage for the finish. Bubba Jenkins with a suplex. Now has one hook.
In.
Both hooks.
Tied up both of Sunbin's hands and cross dragging. He's got him tight.
Yeah, this has been a big, huge improvement in his game.
Wow.
He's got it. He's put it down.
He is out. Bubba Jenkins with a quick 6.
Yeah, I got both of his hands. I felt the hips. Bing! 5 points in the freestyle world. Both legs in. Once I got the legs in, he started thinking about what I'm doing with my feet. I started wrapping that neck up, and let's get up out of here early. They don't pay us for overtime. We got to get in and get out. Batman teams with a mask on in broad daylight.
And of course, there's the squeeze, the choke. Off to Never Never Land, and Bubba Badman Jenkins with a first round 6-point finish. And as I mentioned, top of the table right now at featherweight.
Suplex City!
He's getting good posture. Hardman now has the right underhook. He can try to get underneath Ivy, try to off-balance him or get back to his feet. Oh, he's turning his back. This is not what you want to do against someone like Ivy.
His right arm is trapped as well by the posture of Ivy.
Oh, wow.
Hardman is getting
He's in trouble. He's done. Tough to get out of that one hand. Look at that.
There's a tap. the Ivy continues the win streak.
So yeah, right here, I already knew I had his hand trapped from the backside of the right leg. I just knew it was a matter of time, especially right there. See, I was right there by my hip. It was just a matter of time right there. He was fighting it very good right here. But again, you squeeze, you go harder. You let go, you squeeze again, you go harder, and eventually you'll get the tap.
And in the end, I go with Mads Burnell 10-9 based upon he landed the big right hands and the calf kicks, which were the most effective strikes.
He's on the retreat right now. Mikhail Dufour is throwing everything and the kitchen sink, trying to get Mads Burnell out of there.
I think he thinks he hurt Mads, and I didn't see
Look
the
at
hurt.
this.
He's got that tight.
He's got Mikhail Dufour, second round submission.
There's the switch kick and the pressure being put on by Dufour. Looks like the kick to the body may have hurt Mads Burnell. He's giving up ground. He's definitely in trouble, trying to find ways to fire back. And here's the slick guillotine. He locks it on. He's got legs tied up, and there's the tap. Very slick, not even anchored in, and secured that guillotine.
Randy, I think it was more for the jumping push kick to the floating rib, right in the front. Anytime somebody locks a guillotine or any type of choke and you can't breathe, I feel like that was more of the reason he tapped than the actual choke itself. Because when he tapped out, you see him touch his rib right on the front.
Fighter ready? Fighter, you ready? Let's go.
Immediately, these two fighters get right to work. Michele tried there for a headlock. Now the lift, and he puts Najid on his back.
So for the Kung Fu choke, he's got one, and his last win, he's got it locked up.
He's got that arm trapped. Very, very tight Von Flue choke here.
Najid is stuck. This is it. He's going out. Oh, man.
Najid is on the way out. 28 seconds in. Michele, submission victory.
I was just going to say, Najid is going for the guillotine, and he's got to be careful because Michele's got a really good Von Flue choke, and he hit it. A nice long two from Najid here, and then that leg kick, as you say, he tries for the hip toss. I'm pretty sure this was part of the game plan, make Najid fight, and I wouldn't be surprised if they trained a lot on this Von Flue choke because he knew Najid would be looking for the neck. He locks it up, and here it is. Najid's hand is stuck between the neck and the shoulder of Michele. Then there's the fence. He can't move. He's stuck. So you either tap or wake up like 10 seconds later. Beautiful performance by Michele. 2 Von Flue chokes in a row. What a statement for him to start the season off.
Okay, here we go. So this is the start of the fight. Let's see how this plays out. Michele closed distance, stood his ground, and hit a hard low kick. Now, as he went for this throw here, he got kind of tangled up. You can see Najid go for the guillotine. Now, as they land here, you can see Michele runs around to the side. He's trying to get away from the guard, and you can see Najid trying to wrap, trying to catch him with his legs because he knows the danger. Now, this looks dangerous here for Michele. You can see his head is caught, but because he's around the side of the guard, there's no legs to control the body. What we're going to see now is we're going to see the right arm of Michele come around, and he's going to meet his hands together on the underside of the shoulder. We've got pressure coming down into the neck of Najid, and the bind of the hands, the gable grip, is allowing Michele to use all of this upper body pressure to drive into the neck of Najid and just squeeze the life out of him. And we can see here, this is where the glove is trapped underneath the shoulder. As Najid is trying to wriggle free, the clamp on this and the driving with the neck here is what does the damage. Puts him to sleep, quick time, beautiful work. And I have to say, sportsman-like for Michele to try and help his opponent out, raise his legs, get some blood back into his head. The doctors are there straight away.
Right hand goes to work through the middle of the guard, and there's
arm triangle.
Kayla Harrison clamping down.
She's got it tight. Look for the climb off mount. If she can get this locked in, she's got it locked.
And she just squeezes from the full mount position. Yandrova taps. Kayla Harrison, first round submission.
There's the low kick, or side kick rather, by Jindrova, caught by Kayla Harrison, follows that through with a single leg to establish top position. But from here, it just methodically gets worse and worse for Jindrova. Here's the arm triangle. She's got it tight, she's sunk in, just waiting. And there is the tap. Beautiful performance. And here it is, She slides off to the side, gets that angle of those hips and squeezes. Gets tighter and tighter. There's the tap by Jindrova.
Uh-oh, Malden going after that rear naked choke. You can still finish it on the jaw.
Squeezing on the face of Dez Yanez, but you can see the urgency to get this off from Dirty Dez.
Now it's underneath. This is gonna be a finish.
Lisa Malden, first round submission.
Beautiful rear naked choke. This was a very confident Lisa Malden. And again, can't forget she lost her brother before that Challenger Series fight. She was very emotional. Gets another win tonight.
Body triangle for Kasuba. He's flattening Maxime out with it. That hurts.
That was a thudding short punch from the side, and now he says,
Get ready, Maxime.
Got him behind the head.
Grimacing and in trouble here. Switches to the short choke.
And he's got it!
Three finishes.
Yaku Kasuba stays undefeated.
Yeah, he went to the behind the neck with his hand, but Maxime was able to pull it away. But you see, Kasuba used that to go pound the palm, and because he's so much longer, he's using his hips, and you see how tight that is. He's straightening himself out, and there's a lot of pressure on the spine, and there's no other way.
Dan Hardy, we've seen Goltsov finish 3 of his last 4 inside the first round. Can Heiderman survive this final minute?
Triangle attempt.
This is going to be a tough minute to survive. This arm triangle looks like it's very tight. Oh, it might be
like a tap.
There,
right? Like a tap.
It looked like he was trying to tap, but his arm was isolated. There is the tap! Dennis Goltsov to the championship! First round submission.
Well, here it is from half guard. Able to trap that arm. Secured it. Had a grip. And the choke is really happening on the other side. He's got that forearm across the neck.
Here's trying to set up another one of these arm triangle attempts.
Yeah, he can maybe slide that left knee across and go to his right side. Yeah, this is going to be a finish.
This is tough. He's got it in tight. He's got the angle.
Stop! Tap from Tyler Diamond, and Movlin Haibulaev gets the finish that he needs to secure a playoff spot.
Trying to find a way to get the mount. He's got the arm triangle in position. He's going to climb all the way over. He's got the angle and the position. And there's the tap. Tyler Diamond.
Able to elevate that leg lever of Bashir. Now trying to set up a choke here.
There's the Darce locked on.
He's got those
Bashir
long arms.
turned, changed the angle. Can he roll him back into that angle?
If he sinks his weight into that neck, he can finish it. Bashir's opening up that elbow, though, taking away the pressure on the neck. Now it's starting to get tight.
Hakeem Bashir finding himself in some trouble here. Pergande squeezing,
tough.
and now he's isolated the arm.
There's the tap.
Alexei Pergande with a first round finish.
What a skill set from this young man. Amazing fight. Had that Darce choke, got his weight involved. It was pressing down on the neck. Just a beautiful setup, beautiful finish. Pergande did everything he wanted to do. He tied up that arm on the bottom as well. Bashir forced to tap out. What a performance.
Wheeler again has to get his back to the mat.
And look here, he's trapped the arm of Wheeler as well. The top arm's trapped here. Can't do anything about that. Now he gets his hand free, but the rear naked choke looks like it's getting closer and closer.
He just keeps switching sides, switching the grip on his legs. There's the body lock. And now on the palm.
Can he finish it right here?
There's the short choke. That's tight.
Oh, that's it.
Oh! First round finish for the Lazy King.
Wow.
If he can create some space and get some combinations off.
Kenny, not a bad strategic decision to try and lean on Ray Cooper. And up and down, Ray Cooper slams Jason Bonet. Caught the leg and picked him up.
It was up to that point, John. Nice takedown there. I should say, not a takedown, a slam there by Ray Cooper. And he's in a great position to an arm triangle. If he can slide his left knee across the belly, he can get out to the left side of Ponet and finish this.
A lot of pressure, big squeeze.
Yeah, he might finish this right now.
He's out.
Jason Ponet surrenders. Ray Cooper III submits Jason Ponet for a quick 6 points.
What a lovely takedown there. Ponet was landing that knee, and then he caught it. lifts him up, puts a little extra juice into it there with that slam. And it was a tragic mistake here from Pone. And there you see that shoulder driven across the carotid artery of Jason Pone.
Who goes in?
He's got it.
Is it in deep enough? Palmer in the rear naked choke attempt. We see Magomedov dropping his chin.
He's got one ankle, but he's trying to sink it. There it is. I think it's sunk. Can he get it with one anchor? Get that other hook in there. He's adjusting, trying to get that other ankle.
That's it. That's it. Lance Palmer.
Beautiful technique by Lance Palmer. Patient, just did an amazing job.
So as Palmer sinks this right hook in on that far side, he's sinking that hook in over there, and he throws that arm up. Now freeze the video right here. So right here, Lance is around the neck, and he's palm to palm on that grip. The palm to palm keeps him secured. It's going. Play the video. With that palm to palm, he's taking those hands away. Now that choke starts to get deep, and Magomedov has to address the choke. So freeze it one more time. When he adjusts from going palm to palm to putting the forearm inside the bicep, that is the key, because this choke gets smaller and smaller as he does that. Magomedov has to go to his knees to try to turn his back out of this position. As he does so, Lance is going to squeeze tighter. So there he goes, making the adjustment. And Magomedov tries to turn. Now freeze it one more time. The reason why this choke is going to get tighter, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it. Right here, the choke is going to get tighter because right now, this choke is like a triangle. It's like this, but as Lance regrips, the choke gets smaller and that hole gets smaller, and that's where Magomedov, that's all the space that Magomedov has to breathe. So as Lance squeezes on this choke, even though Magomedov is turning his back away, the carotid artery is cut off, and Lance is able to squeeze and force the tap. Great job.
Dell showed a lot of respect just to that stance, posture. Just misses up top. Goes for this duck under. Oh, now Dell rolling for a knee bar. Got it deep and right. Tricky submission attempt. Wow! Kevin Dell with the knee bar early. That's why he's called the octopus. Clever work by the octopus to open the card in Paris.
This is where they get tangled up in the body lock. You can see Kevin Dell searching for the neck and then switches his attack to the leg. And Yunis Najee, just a second too long in that position, finds himself with that knee hyperextended. Kevin Dell, fresh and strong and still dry, pulls everything into that leg. Beautiful submission. Look at that hyperextension. You do not want to play about with those ligaments in the knee like that. You can see why Yunis Najee taps straight away when he feels that danger.
Sales has the hands clasped. Left hand on his own right bicep.
Oh, it's underneath the neck. Usman might go to sleep here. He's out.
Brandon Sales chokes Muhammad Usman unconscious and scores a 5-point second round victory.
And Sales just going, you know what? Punches aren't working. I got to put this guy out. And that is the beauty of the submission game. It doesn't matter how tough you are. You shut off the blood to the brain. You could put him out, and that's exactly what Sales did.
Sales victorious in his Professional Fighters League debut. He's active duty at the combat school. Taylor Guardado able to get off of her stomach there, but once again, Kayla Harrison goes right into full mount.
Here's the armbar.
Here comes the armbar attempt. Kayla Harrison falls back for it. Nice defense so far by Taylor Guardado. Kayla will continue to chain together this attack. There it is, and there's the tap. Kayla Harrison, 1 minute remaining in round number 2, remains undefeated and secures back-to-back PFL championships.
Really great game plan, caught me off guard, but when all else fails, grapple.
You're pretty decent at that, and you secured the armbar victory. 1 minute left in round number 2.
From headlock position, trying to go to an anaconda choke. He's got it locked in. Beautiful job. Wow. He's got it locked
The arms are as he brings his hips in towards Callum's head. And then as he's trying to get his leg over the top to control the arms, he squeezes it, and we get the tap from Callum Seaton. Look at that roll through as he's locking up the anaconda. Gets a nice tight grip on the rib cage, and he's squeezing and running into the back of the head of Seaton.
Tough position for Abigail Montez, trying to elevate her hips.
Nice!
Nice extension!
Big trouble here.
It's not on the neck just yet, but Michelle Montague is squeezing. Switches to that short grip.
There it is, right there. She's tight.
It's under the
Does she
neck.
get the tap?
Michelle
That's the tap.
Montague, 4 for 4 on the naked choke. Wow!
Initially, she had this overhook on the other side. Now this arm has come to the other side of her opponent. Now she's exposed her back. If you let it play here, you're going to see Montague pick her up and try and put her on the floor for a second. You can see Montez trying to keep her balance. As she's scrambling back to her feet, there's an opportunity. We see that near side hook go in. Now she's on her back. Pause it there for a second. We've got a hook in on this side. We've got a hook in on the other side. Now she's going to start focusing on her neck. We can't see it here, but if we play it on, we're going to be able to see this choke. And as soon as Montez finds herself broken down, her base has collapsed, the weight of her opponent is driving down onto her back, and all she's got to deal with is this rear naked choke finish. And you can see Montez turning to the side, trying to alleviate, but this interesting grip fighting that's going on here. Pause it there for a second. We can see like a S grip laced here, where the fingers are hooked in on one another. Very difficult to break that grip. And you can see as she's squeezing this, she's driving her hips down into her lower back with her opponent. Really nice work.
So we're looking at this body triangle here that Tom Breeze has got. You can see this lock up across the midsection. It's very, very difficult for Clayton Silver to get out of this. This pressure on the lower body, as well as the tack on the upper body, is going to be difficult for him to deal with. Beautiful work by Tom Breeze. One other thing to look at that.
Beautiful work by Tom Breeze. Everything was in the right place. Body triangle, hook around the leg, and then hand fight into the neck. You can see the hook around the back of the leg. The body triangle's locked in. Beautiful work by Tom Breeze. Isolates the neck, a good squeeze across the throat, and that is a tap from Clayton Silver.
It almost like it confused Jason for a second. He was able to create some space for full guard, and now he's looking to scramble, but he's got to be careful. He's giving up his back.
Bad situation for Jason High.
Jason's in deep.
It is in deep.
That is a deep one. I think you're going to see him pass out before he taps out.
That is it. Oh, Nathan Schultz submits Jason High. Wow.
Here you see the scramble created by one hook. There's the second hook, right to the choke. Whoa.
There's that strong grip that Eve was talking about in the breakdown before. Very hard to defend.
There's no hands to fight. You can't get a hold of them. They're behind you.
And with that performance, Schultz right here. Look at Jason. He's out right now. Oh man, that's in deep, huh?
Further confirms that Jason High probably wasn't tapping in Chicago either.
Yep.
There was no way he was going to tap tonight.
Right here, watch the eyes. Hands come down.
Goes out.
Now having to deal with this triangle attempt. He's got to be careful of the arm bar as well. AJ just chaining these submission attempts together. That arm is in trouble. That's a tap. Clay Collard submits to AJ McKee in the first round.
What a statement that was by AJ McKee. That was incredible. There we go. We can see the triangle there locked in, but you can see Clay is out of the choke. It's the arm that's hyperextended. A really nice triangle arm bar there. An unusual one as well.
Yeah, Clay did everything right. As soon as his head pops out, that's usually the beginning of the good news, but he looked the wrong way. Instead of looking into his opponent, he could have looked the other way. Consider the 360, a 180 come over. It would have alleviated that pressure, but at that point, I think a little fear had set in. I think that Clay started to feel, look, I can go to the emergency room, or I can get out of here in one piece. The result's going to be the same.
Oh, nice takedown there by Stern. Stern will finish the round on top here.
as the 10-second clapper sounds. He's inside control. I lied to you. Nice reversal. Shame on Moraes. Kimura victory, the reversal on the submission.
There it is. He grabs the wrist, then gets the hand behind the back, and from there, Stern was going to get rolled. Was he going to get submitted? Yes, he got it way behind, got the hand behind the head. And once you get that hand behind the back, you really don't have a heck of a lot of leverage. And once he got on top, he got the angle through that leg over the head and did a beautiful submission finish over Jesse Stern.
I tell you what, from a striker like Shame on Moraes, you go from setting up the submission to getting the tap in, what is that, 5 seconds, Kenny?
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
impressive. And it is the first submission victory of Shame on Moraes' career.
Nice job timing the flying knee, and then that second effort, that second attempt changing the angle to get the takedown.
Control posture right now. Trying to set up an Ezekiel choke here is Magomed Karamov.
Yeah, that one's tight.
Goes out. Magomed Karamov and Ezekiel choke to put Curtis Millender to sleep.
Magomed Karamov fighting through what may very well be, Kenny, a real knee injury after that stomp. And here comes the Ezekiel setup.
Well, this is what I love about it. You know, a lot of times we say these truths in grappling or in fighting. You never want to go for a submission when you're in close guard. Guess what? You can't. This is the second one we've seen. Martin Hamlin did it with the arm and guillotine, and we have an Ezekiel from the top position in guard. So if you're able to get full control over a neck, you can get the finish from any position. This was amazing.
That's that Olympic special right there. Magomed Karamov.
Wow.
Taking a page out of that book and putting Curtis Millender all the way out for 6 points.
Now it becomes a dominant position battle as Chris Wade tries to maintain what he had for the first 90 seconks. And Yuki Kawana, guys, can we give him a half a point for surviving that first 2 minutes? Holy cow.
You're going to see Chris use that whizzer, clear his feet, try and get to his feet and stand and face Kawana. Nice job by Kawana. Grabbing him by the hips and slinging him back to the mat, making him start all over again.
Nice job moving behind him. Yep.
There's the knee, time that knee just right.
Perfectly, yes. Just when he let his hands go from the mat.
And the pace has come down just a little bit.
There's a guillotine attempt again.
Chris gonna go, he's got it tight again. You know if Kawana's reaching to control those hands, so that's locked on.
This could be it.
That's it. It is all over.
First round finish by Chris Wade, right here in Long Island.
You see, no parts in his first fight, but man, did he make it up.
Chris Wade, Yuki Kawana in on the double, gonna put Chris Wade back on his butt. Chris sees the opportunity, sinks it in,
right there,
right under his chin, and I think Kawana goes out here. He taps, and then he goes out. He is not quite with it there. That was a very, very tight guillotine choke.
Look at this, drops. It's the second adjust on the crank, right there.
Walks his hips in to the face and chin. Yuki Kawana, and that cinches it. 40 seconds in the first period.
Uh-oh. Kayla doing a good job of controlling that wrist and pounding away with her free hand.
Now she's passed.
She might be trying to set up an armbar.
There it is.
There it is. She sits over. Will the barrier stop her from laying back on it? As Dandois walks out, she actually gives Kayla the space. And there is the tap. Kayla Harrison armbar. Cindy Dandois hyperextends that elbow. Quick 6 for Kayla Harrison. But
and being up against that cage when you're on your back, it's really hard to set up submissions from there. Harrison just pouring it on. There she is from mount. She was trapping that wrist, setting up that armbar, spinning beautifully right into it. Aware of her surroundings, getting her back away from the cage. And there she is. She separates that arm away from the body, getting full leverage, her hips underneath the fulcrum of that elbow.
pulls down at the end of the lever, bridges her hips, and that's what's going to dislocate, injure, or even break the arm.